What an exciting and challenging time it is to be a business leader today. With only a third of people engaged at work, it's clear that our current operating models no longer work for us. I'm here to talk with you today about how we can breathe life back into our organizations using living systems approach with nature as our guide. Almost everything we think we know is being put into question today. We're in the midst of great change that's causing profound shifts in how we work, how we operate and lead our business, and how we connect and interact with each other. Today's business leaders are caught between two worlds, a dominant but dying mechanistic worldview in which people and organizations are treated as machines, and an emerging paradigm in which people and organizations are part of a much larger, interconnected web of life. There's a battle of worldviews going on right now. The dying mechanistic worldview has prioritized efficiency and productivity at the expense of employee health and wellness, and has caused a reductionist mindset that treats employees as cogs in a machine. The result has been high levels of employee stress, burnout, resignation, and mental health issues that are disrupting business at every level. An emerging paradigm is calling us to move away from our egocentric, self-destructive, and degenerative ways of working toward ecocentric, life-affirming, and regenerative ways of being. Regeneration is nature's way of cultivating the conditions for life to thrive. In a regenerative business, there's a renewed sense of connection, well-being, and purpose that are in balance with the world around us. It's here that the employees, the heartbeat of every organization, can collectively create a future in which everyone thrives. Let's start by looking at what we can learn from a tree. There's an immensity of life in a tree that can teach us many things about how to operate and lead from a living systems perspective. We have access to billions of years of evolutionary wisdom right in our own backyards. Let's take a look at business through the lens of a tree metaphor. At the root level is the self, or selves, including the inner development work we need for everything to thrive. The trunk level is the organization, including the internal relationships and structures that support it. The canopy level is where the organization interacts with the world. Our mindsets are the foundational roots that support the entire business ecosystem. As leaders, the lens through which we look at the world shapes our beliefs and values, which influence how we think and act, and ultimately drive the events that become our reality. Healthy soil is also paramount for a healthy, healing, and thriving ecosystem. As leaders, how are we cultivating the soil by nurturing our employees' regenerative skills and mindsets to meet both the challenges of the changing world and also contribute to a regenerative culture? A tree ecosystem contains multiple organisms that coexist in complex, dynamic, and interdependent relationships. As leaders, how are we enabling regenerative relationships and practices that support diversity, inclusion, and collaboration in the well-being of the larger system? Rigid hierarchies and fixed rules do not exist in nature. Resiliency is determined by a system's ability to sense and respond to feedback loops and disturbances. There's flow. As leaders, how are we designing resilient organizational structures to withstand systemic shocks and flow? The canopy is where the tree ecosystem interacts with the external climate system. Exchanges between these two systems help life learn, innovate, and evolve in unexpected ways. As leaders, how can we both enrich the world and evolve through life-affirming interactions with our stakeholders? Nature is abundant and works in cycles. This wisdom exists in a single seed. As leaders, how can we set aside time for slowing down, reflection and feedback, balance and healing, and for tuning into life's wisdom that's within us and all around us? Vevo Barefoot is a wellness and fitness company whose vision is to connect people and planet by creating regenerative footwear to bring us closer to nature. Founded under a mechanistic and siloed hierarchy, they soon realized they didn't want to be just another company selling more stuff in an overpolluted world. So they embarked on a regenerative transformation journey to ease top-down hierarchies by enabling self-managing, cross-functional teams. They now help stakeholders reconnect with their inner and outer nature and to become regenerative leaders in their communities. It's still a work in progress. Vivo Barefoot straddles two worlds, easing out of a dying mechanistic paradigm and leaning into the emerging regenerative one. Embracing and honoring this change as a natural cycle of life has been a key to their success, and employees have had an important role to play. This is the birth of a new story that weaves together business as a living organism within a broader social organism, where employees are the agents of regenerative transformation. You can help build a bridge for your organization to cross the threshold into the regenerative future. Like a caterpillar that doesn't know it's destined to become a butterfly, Our regenerative leadership capacities are inside each one of us, just waiting to be activated. You can help employees activate their regenerative nature and develop the skills and mindsets necessary for success. Living systems are autopoetic, which means self-poetry or self-renewing. Nature is a beautiful, life-enriching metaphor that can help guide us on our regenerative journeys. I encourage each of you to tune into nature to help breathe life back into your business. If you like what you've heard today, or would like to know more about how I can help you or your organization on your regenerative journey, or you'd like me to speak at an event, please reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.